I went to adjust my glasses. I don't have them on.
They're over there. You can adjust them over there. There you go.
There we
Does
go.
that feel better?
Oh, so much.
Okay.
How we got that done and over with.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Not Robots. I'm still not a robot. He's still questionable.
And his name's Harry.
Oh, yeah. And that's Pete. Sorry, my bad.
Hey, all right. We got that right this time. Should give ourselves a pat on the back. I can't quite reach my back, though.
No.
No, maybe another time. So today is going to be our Not Thanksgiving special.
Ooh, back padding. We need back padding paraphernalia. That way we can reach.
I have a back scratcher. I can just turn it around where it's not scratching my back and just pat myself with the bamboo.
Oh, that's deep.
That is thinking right there.
Wow.
It's scratching, and now
Wait, scratching?
Yes, record scratching.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
So all the kids that listen to the techno pop or whatever it's called can pick it up and get down.
Why would they want to pick it up and then put it back down?
That's what Donald does too. He picks it up and puts it down.
Oh, I should not have walked into that.
You walked right into it.
I should not have walked
Yes,
into
so
that.
today is going to be our Not Thanksgiving special because then you're going to be listening to this or watching this, one of those two, possibly both, in the Upside Down, which is sometime after Thanksgiving.
Why can't they watch it during Thanksgiving?
Because it won't be up until after Thanksgiving.
Well, that sounds like logic.
I know, it's racism. Damn it.
Who's right?
I know, but apparently he's in a race. So, in today's special, we're going to let...
Why is this special?
Well, because I'm here. It's always special when I'm here.
Good point. Okay.
Up here, we're always special.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
I'm going to let Harry ask me the age-old question, and I'm going to proceed to answer it. You remember what the age-old question is?
If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, how many peppers did Peter Piper pick?
Well, Peter Piper picked as many peppers as Peter Piper could pick, which turned out to be a full pack.
Really?
Yeah.
So this was already answered.
Everybody knows this.
Oh crap! I better come up with another question.
When Sally
What
sold seashells
is
down by
the airspeed of an unladen sparrow?
The airspeed velocity of the unladen sparrow, but you have to tell me whether it's the African or the European.
Do I?
Well, I have. You see, I gotta know these things when you're a king, you know.
Oh dang! I gotta come up with another question then.
Yes, remember you were gonna be King Harry of your own island.
No,
Or was
I
it
wasn't gonna
emperor?
become. It was emperor. Emperor.
Yes.
Gee, remember my title. It's important. Okay, so I need to come up with another question.
You were gonna ask me something about because I've been around all over the world.
Oh,
What
we
is
don't
the-
want to know about your personal life.
No. Skirts up. Whoa. Yeah, that's another.
I didn't know you were Scottish.
No. Yes, I wore a kilt. You're right. But that's much more manly than what really happened. No, you were going to ask what's the strangest place I've ever been.
What do you qualify as strange though?
Well,
So if we're gonna ask that question, we have to actually have parameters. What do you qualify as strange?
I'm going to let you determine that. Because, you know, like when I went to Greece, for example, and I had...
Musical?
No, the country. The city of Athens.
Not
is the
John
capital.
Travolta and the poodle skirts thing?
No, and you know, Coleman and so
Okay,
on.
okay.
Brum, brum.
Yeah.
Grease lightning. All of a sudden I want to rewatch that movie. Thanks, John Travolta.
I worry about you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I worry about me too. No, I don't. Nobody worries about me.
I worry about you, Pete.
Yeah, people do worry about me. But I don't blame them.
I'm not going down that road. I'm not going down that road.
That's where that rabbit and the turtle and the something or other lives.
Wasn't that a hare?
No, that was another podcast.
Oh.
That was like 2 ago or something.
Did we
What
have
are
your
we
2 ago?
on 4?
Yes,
5?
this podcast 4.
Is it 4?
4. Note
Yes,
that.
very,
4.
very
Podcast
good.
4.
And for those of you listening,
4.
this genius here, he held up 3 fingers. That was very, very good. Good Harry.
Isn't that?
That's not
well,
Harry.
no, because 0 is the first one. Podcast 0, the original podcast. Podcast
Well, if
2,
Wait a minute.
podcast 3, and then podcast 4.
No. We're not counting in code speak. It doesn't start with 0. Unless you're counting the trailer, which actually came out after the second one, but before the third one. Or fourth? I don't know which one we're on. Congratulations,
So-
you made it.
So it's not like Star Wars and then Return of the, but then we go back and no. Okay,
It's
so
the Return of the Empire Strikes Jedis.
Is that a baseball team?
I don't know. So okay, yeah.
So, yes.
like in Greece, for example, a really weird thing that happened is that I'm in this bar and I'm talking to this guy from Italy, and these two girls sit down next to us. And when a girl sits next to you in this particular bar, or maybe all over Greece, I don't speak Greek, so I don't know. You pay for whatever it is they buy because you're male. Now, that's really against anything that we have society-wise here in the United States.
Well, I
It's
put on
very
a
strange.
dress and I've been drinking
Well-
like a king.
Well, you wouldn't have looked as good as they did, but
How do you know?
You didn't see them. And
Well, yeah,
honestly,
well,
I could imagine you in a skirt, and there's no way that...
You spent a lot of time imagining me in a skirt?
No, just now. Well,
I think
in
I'm
my brain
slightly
it's a kilt.
disturbed.
In my brain, it's a kilt. It's not like a tutu. You're not running around like a fairy or whatever it's called. Little wings going on.
Yeah, that would be, because the
Floaty
whole time
Harry.
Dwayne Johnson, the substitute fairy god thing in the tooth fairy, didn't
Yes,
he
yes.
tooth fairy?
Yes.
Yes.
The rock toothed.
Yes,
Yes.
the rock toothed.
Yes. That's terrible. This is as bad as when Vin Diesel was a babysitter.
What's wrong with that?
Did you see The Babysitter?
Well, no.
Yeah, you could have watched it and totally forgot you watched it. That's how that movie went.
I'm sorry, Vin.
If you're looking for, I like Vin Diesel.
sorry.
Don't get me wrong. The Fast and the Furious movies are great. I mean,
Ooh.
they're very entertaining. He's done the Chronicles of Riddick.
Oh yes,
Pitch
yes,
Black.
Riddick. Yes.
I love Pitch Black. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, I sleep better then too.
If you saw Pitch Black, knowing that he was killing the things, you'd sleep better. But knowing that they didn't kill them all, you'd sleep a little worse because those things were friggin' scary. I like horror movies, but I don't know if I count that as a horror movie. No, they had like sharp pointy beak.
Fine.
Snapping people in half. It was cool. But only
yes,
when that
Grease,
slow rotation.
Women.
Yeah,
buy,
so you had to buy.
I'm wearing a kilt. Yes.
So anyway, so they each ordered a bottle of French champagne, and this Italian dude.
exactly
there,
what I would have done.
looking at each other like, what the F just happened? So it was, we got ripped off there.
Didn't they
that
have
was
a
pretty weird.
bathroom there in the bar in Greece?
Yeah, but
You'd go and use the bathroom?
the owner was about 4 times my size.
So
And
that
he
means
knew
that
what
he
was
was
going on.
most likely slow, and you probably could have out-agiled him.
Well, I could have outran him. The problem was I had my Alienware laptop with me because
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. There's a story here. So you're in a bar in Greece with an Alienware I don't know, but I mean, I've taken electronics to a
maybe be careful with
Starbucks.
the hands in that location.
You
I
know,
don't think the
I'm
camera
glad
can see
because people can't see what's going on here.
it might shake the
Um,
thing too.
so-
Calm down! Vibration!
So I've taken a laptop to places like coffee houses. Well, there's that serene, cerebral sense where you're sipping on a nice, I don't know, chai latte, and you're working on your thesis. Why do you have an Alienware at a bar?
Okay, so I was actually going from Italy to Kuwait, and on
So
the-
wait. So this is the bar with the interdimensional transporter.
No, this is the bar with my flight got rerouted and my luggage went to Germany.
Ah,
Again, still not the strangest place I ever been. Which, by the way, the next flight I took was to Germany. I went to Leipzig.
wouldn't that be
And-
to pursue your luggage?
No, because my luggage ended up making it to Kuwait, where it was
Okay,
supposed
so
to go.
I think we've sidetracked ourselves.
Yeah, we
into
should get a
sidetrack.
story about this luggage. Find out if we can
I
get a
think
hold
the
of
story
them.
should be about the luggage, but
Yeah,
that's a discussion.
ask the luggage what happened. I mean,
And the luggage is like, hey, somebody roofied my zipper, and next thing you know, I was in Germany at some brew house drinking Steins. It was awesome, dude.
Yeah, there wasn't anything in the signs. You just drank the actual Stein itself.
Exactly.
Yes.
There's nothing in it.
Oh, this is
Because it's
really
luggage.
warm.
If it was, it's luggage, and if it was liquid, then it would have just ran through. But
I-
luggage
you
can
know,
hold a Stein. You
Well,
can
it
drink
can only
yeah.
be a certain amount of liquid. Remember that
Well, there's an
TSA will
absorption
stop
factor.
you.
True.
I'm sorry,
The
sir,
more-
you're sweating too much. You can't get on the plane. Really?
That's
more than
probably
4
coming
ounces
at-
of sweat.
That's coming at some point.
Probably.
Okay,
Oh,
so
man.
you're in Kuwait. No, you're in Greece in a bar with some 700-pound dude because you're about to something. So
No, at the time I was still running 6 miles a day. That was, like I said, it was back in my skinny days because I was still in the military. Yeah. In the Navy.
You can sail the 7 seas. Okay,
That's,
and let's
that's
not
what the
sidetrack
village
into
people
that.
said. Thanks.
So okay,
Oh.
bar, big guy, 2 bottles of French champagne, 2 hot chicks, and your buddy are screwed.
Yeah, so basically, he followed me to the ATM where I had to get out my government credit card as, hey, shit, hit the fan, I need emergency money, and it was like 500 euros at the time for this.
Holy crap!
Yeah, I got screwed. But again, still not even close to the strangest place I've ever been.
So strange isn't strange. Strange is a challenging situation.
No, the strangest place was strange. That was just a.
So this
it
was
was
a warm
odd.
up.
It was
This was
yeah, it
this
was a
was
warm
like
up.
foreplay.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, okay.
so in Leipzig, the strange thing that happened there, because we're on our way to, the strangest place.
Via the bar in Greece that has a door to Leipzig. Okay.
No, I had a plane to, so landed in Leipzig, Germany, and they got to refuel the plane. There's a whole bunch of Marines on the plane. Somehow these lucky guys, they just hopped on and next flight. I had 3 days I had to hang around there in Greece. Ooh, woe was me, right? But
So that's what, $1,500 worth of champagne?
no, I did not go back to that bar.
Gotcha.
No. Hey, you know what they say?
Fool me once,
Yeah.
shame on you. Fool me twice. Well, I'm not gonna get fooled again.
No,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what George Bush said. Was it Junior? Junior said that.
Isn't that how that goes? I mean, a
No,
president said that makes it.
Well, he said that was the saying in Texas. Well, in the United States, there's the saying, "Fool me once."
Wait, did
shame
you
on you,
just
fool me
allude
twice,
to
shame
Texas
on me.
not being in the United States?
Well, it's just a state. I mean, granted, they can be their own country. Let's be real. Texas has everything that's necessary
Texas,
to be one.
he's speaking for himself. I am not trying to offend you, Texas.
Oh,
I've got
no,
friends
I
there.
like Texas, don't get me wrong
props
on
to
that.
Texas.
Oh,
I
man.
burnt myself on my first seatbelt in Texas. Thank you for that.
If
I'll
Texas
never forget
was
that.
next to the ocean, that's where I would live, is in Texas.
But then it would be cake.
Yeah, probably.
Because it would be cake by the ocean. All right, so let's move on now to you're now in Leipzig with a
Yes.
bunch of lucky Marines who seem to miraculously
the Marines were
teleport
told that-
from point A to point B.
That they're not allowed to go anywhere, no bars or nothing like that. So I told myself, I ain't getting screwed again, because I don't know what the rules are here. I'd already been to, Munich, and I've been to
So the rules for
a couple other places in Germany as well. So, a few times enough where, my German from in school actually would come and help and so on. Well, in this case, Leipzig, and I'd never been here before, and they're going through the transition between the Deutsche Mark and the euro.
Mhm.
And nobody likes it there. Nobody who lives there in that area, it seemed to enjoy the fact that it was changing at all. And they said that anything that was priced for euros, they would take American dollars in place for it. 1 for 1.
Yeah, but you may have been ripping yourself off because of
Oh,
the euro.
no. No.
The euro was strong
At that point,
the time.
yes, the euro was very strong when it first came out. Because it was in a transition period, people are trying to get a hold of the euro.
Yes.
So,
there's
yeah,
great
anytime there's
demand
that
for it.
transition period and a demand
We're now
increases.
about to enter the wonderful world of economics, ladies and gentlemen. Supply and demand.
Oh,
are
no,
about
it's
to-
that
no,
rainbow
no,
thing again.
no.
The more you know. Bring!
No, I was introducing economics. We were about to go down the road of intelligence.
No, not in this podcast.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Okay, let's get back to the podcast now.
Nothing intelligent to see here. If you like to save your brain cells, press 1. So, I'm buying, shot glasses and all sorts of other stuff because I collect shot glasses. I know, a weird thing. Not the only person in the United States that does that. Trust me. And all the Marines are like upset that I got to go out and get what the heck it is I wanted. Like, dude, all I did was go get a donut at this one shop. I forget what they called it, like a Berliner or something. And
You're the
it's
one
like,
that speaks German.
yeah, but I only remember sort of the name of it because of the John Kennedy gaffe. Well, he said the people. He said, "Ich bin ein Berliner." Well, that means the Berliner is actually kind of like this donut sort of pastry thing.
Is that like being a hamburger?
Well, ein Berliner means it's an object. But if he would have said Ich bin Berliner, he would have said that I'm also from Berlin. But since he called himself the object, that's what the gaffe was.
So I'm being a donut.
I mean,
especially if you're like one of the good grape jelly filled. Oh man, that's some stuff.
They are pretty delicious.
Yes, they are.
I believe if you have enough of them, they would be catching a case of diabetes, as you said last week.
Ooh, so they would belong on my dessert island.
Yes, it's my pie island or donut island, dessert island. Yeah.
I'm thinking like chocolatey clear island.
So I mean, so all these Marines are upset at me for getting shot glasses.
But now you have an opportunity for arbitrage.
Well, so I mean, I ended up with one shot glass.
That was another economics thing there. No intelligence here. Don't look, don't watch. Okay. Close your eyes.
Anyways, so the flight was taking us into Kuwait and then on into Iraq from there. But a different flight, obviously, when it gets into Kuwait. But yeah, we get to Kuwait, and I've been there, 7 or 11 times or something at this point.
Wait, there's a 7-Eleven in Kuwait?
No, it's just the number of stamps that they put on your passport, and you have to pay to get this visa, which is this big piece of paper, and the sticker that goes in your passport, and they go stamp, 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 flip page, stamp, 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 stamp.
For one visit,
they're hitting the ink, and then they're hitting the page. So many times it fills up a page to make sure that the date comes out properly because their stamp is terrible. I don't understand it. I guess it has to do with the time of the day that you showed up and how many stamps they're going to put on it. Germany did the same sort of thing. One of the times I went there, they filled up 4 pages. The next 2 times I went, 1 stamp. They didn't require any sort of nothing special, whatever. They're like, bing, bing, go on. Have a nice day. That was it. But the Kuwait thing, right? They take their hats. The guys who run around dragging your luggage because they won't let you move your own luggage at all. And they have these hats where the bill is folded perfectly in half. So it's like a triangle on their head. And, this is again, still not strange. And one of the strangest things I saw there is in their airport, they have a Starbucks across from a Starbucks. Now, you got to think long and hard about the type of person that's going to need a Starbucks across from the Starbucks. And I'm thinking, God, they got to serve a lot of Alzheimer's patients. Because nobody else is going to walk in one go, I'm getting a cup, and then go step out and say, hey, I think it's time for a cup of Joe, Forget that they had coffee. And even weirder about the second Starbucks, it was on top of a Harley Davidson dealership. Yes, in the Kuwait airport. Again, still not the strangest place I've ever been.
So, can you go and duty-free buy you a Harley and they're just going to drag it up to the gate and put it on the plane for you?
No.
Then why?
I have no idea. Again, still not the strangest.
Honey, there's our duty-free Harley. Look, they're. Oh yes, look, it's going. Oh! I think he just scratched the chrome.
They're wrapping it in the bag for us right now.
Oh my God! Look at the bubble wrap.
Oh, it's okay. They'll put it in the carry-on right next to the puppy.
my God, not next to the front.
Oh man. Well, you know what was above the Starbucks on the other side?
Oh my God, I don't want to know.
It's just a pizza shop. It was it's pizza. It's just a shop that had pizza on top of the Starbucks.
So you've got
And the other side was a Starbucks on top of the Harley deal.
Harley, Starbucks pizza.
Right.
So you bought a motorcycle and drank coffee while they wrapped it on one side, and on the other side you bought some coffee and went upstairs and had a slice or two with, some pepperoni and maybe some garlic knots.
Well, this is how I think it goes. You walk in going, I got a flight. I think flying is kind of boring. I'm going to do something more exciting. I'm going to buy a Harley. And while you're getting your Harley, you're going, I'm a little tired of this shopping. I'm going to go and get some coffee. So you drink your coffee, you head downstairs, you're finished with your coffee. You go, you know what, I could use a refill. So you go and get a coffee on the other side and you go, man, all this shopping's got me hungry. So then you get a pizza. And while you're eating your pizza, your Harley's done.
I can't do this. You thought that through?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You got to look at it like two triangles, right? You could do this all day long if you could just keep buying Harleys.
I'll tell you honestly where I thought you were going with this. I was like, okay, so flying is boring, so I'm going to go across the airport, buy a Harley, and ride my behind home. But that's a long ride, and I'm gonna get kind of tired. So I need to get some Starbucks. And you're drinking your Starbucks, and you become conscious at this point, right? Because they're prepping your Harley for this long haul with the extra fuel tanks that you're gonna have to jettison part way through this journey. And you're going, this is really gonna be a long trip, and this cup of Starbucks isn't gonna make it. So let me go over there and fill my saddlebags with Starbucks at the second Starbucks. So I've got to supply a Starbucks coffee for this long motorcycle ride that I have back to the continental United States.
Well, I don't know how you're going to do. How are you going to do a transatlantic motorcycle ride?
At the right speed, I'm sure she'll skip right across the water.
You better bring a lot of gas. We're having in-flight refueling.
Oh, well, that's why you got the coffee, too.
I'm going to get some wings installed on this thing. A couple of jet engines, a few drop tanks so I don't have to keep refueling. One of them will be full of coffee.
That's why it took so long for them to outfit the bike.
Yeah.
Because they had to get the drop tanks installed. You had to have the coffee supply. And I'm sure they figured you may have to use the loo, so there had to be some sort of portable head that went with it.
Okay. Yes, probably. I mean, then again, you're over the ocean. I mean, when you're in a boat, you just kind of pee off the side. Well, fish do it. I mean, not on the boat, but in the water.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, again, not the strangest place I've ever been.
But that's polluting the ocean. You don't want to pollute the ocean, so you got the portable head to go with you.
Yeah, okay.
It's like camping. It's like an RV. A transoceanic RV.
You know what? That'd be a hell of a Winnebago.
That'd be a good time.
What was his name on Spaceballs? That had the Winnebago?
Oh, God. The dog's name was Barf.
Yes, Bartholomew.
And
not in here, sir. This is a Mercedes.
Oh, I can't remember his name now. Oh man, we're gonna have to look.
Yeah, I gotta.
Sorry, this is gonna be podcast number 5. That'll occur in podcast number 5.
Yeah. Calm down. You're missing a finger again.
No, remember 0 was the original podcast.
And then we went to.
We went to 1. So 0.
5-year-old.
Second podcast was 1. Third podcast was 2 because 0 is a number. So we're using all the numbers here.
Okay. Still, this was not the strangest place I've ever been.
So you're now in a Harley dealer in Kuwait airport because obviously there's a big demand for, once again, stuffing one in the plane when you're leaving. Honey, don't know. Not the bottle of big perfume. I want the Ultra Glide over there. What the? Okay, so strangest one.
Yeah, he goes, you know what? We're putting out our guest towels and we're getting our guests some toothbrushes. What imaginary guest is going to need to brush their teeth? They're bringing their own toothbrushes. If by chance they don't have them, you go, okay, hey, we got a Walmart down the street. See you in 20 minutes. Or
Well, if
Woolworths
it's
or
Titusville,
whatever
there's
they
like a dollar store around the corner from the dollar store.
Well, if it was
That's
Port St. John, it was a
down
dollar
the
store
street
by the
from
dollar
the
store.
dollar store.
It was like dollar store section.
Next to the storage facility.
So you gotta ask at this point, what's weirder than this, right? Because it's very strange. Well, it's a whole island. And
As opposed to wait.
no, it's not like
is
it's
it like the
Starbucks.
desert island?
Oh no, this whole island has no vegetation. It is all
So
rock.
it is a desert island.
There's no sand. It is all rock. It does have a mountain, a rock mountain. There's lots of broken rocks, smaller rocks, really fine rocks.
Isn't fine
Almost
rock
sand. Almost sand, not quite down.
Nice sand.
Full on
It
granules.
approximates sand.
But it's like very, very small rocks, like the kinds that float on Monty Python. Well,
Pebbles. They got pebbles.
Yeah, it was very tiny pebbles.
The '80s singer. Yeah.
Or next to Bam Bam.
Oh yeah, there is that Pebbles. Yes.
So the strangest place that I've ever been is when I was in the Navy, and I was a UAV pilot, which we discussed on.
No, we didn't. Not
last one. The one before.
We
where we mentioned the
that
gray
you were Navy
Dorito.
and you did have the big flying Dorito that we were going to
and a
use
bunch of other ones.
to lift the what were we using the Dorito for?
It doesn't matter.
Weren't we gonna fly the castle back with the Dorito?
No, you were using crazy helicopters from different sides of the world, and some giant barge ship thing. I don't remember exactly what it. So anyways, so there's this island.
That's a different discussion.
This island.
Yes.
The strange thing about it, right? This island. It's 7 miles long. It's a chunk just of rock that sticks out of the ocean. It's like 60 miles west of California, like out in the ocean, right?
You mean Alcatraz?
No, it's not Alcatraz. It's a chunk of rock, 7 miles long, about a mile wide. Okay, it has a straight road going from one side to the other.
Why?
Listen, one side we have a small runway for like anything that's small enough that would be landing on like an aircraft carrier. Okay, because this is owned by the Navy. It used to be owned by the Air Force, and they're like, this ain't good enough. We got rid of that shit. Navy can have it. Right? And the first thing we built actually was a bar. Go Navy. And so on the other side, it has a runway and
into
has
this bar,
targets.
and there was a chick, and she walked up to the bar. Would you pay for her drink?
The only people that were on that bar was the woman who was the bartender, the 2 women that flew in every other day to take care of the room you were staying in, because everybody had their own rooms. They had a bunch of like barrack sort of things set up, and they were nice, like hotel rooms from the Air Force. They left them there. We built the bar. That and the targets is really the only thing we built.
Wait, there's a Target there?
Yeah, no, there's like big Connex
Like the super
boxes.
Target with like the groceries?
No, like the big shipping containers, and they're stacked on each other, and we painted it to look like the Target from, Target where you buy Super Target, groceries.
Also, it was like Titusville Target.
Yeah, okay, sure. I mean, the roof does kind of look like those shipping containers. Fair. Look up next time you're in Target or Walmart, guys. Tell us if you, by chance, happen to have that corrugated tin looking.
If you're not local, you may not have a Target like ours.
Well, I get a feeling that those living in like Wisconsin, getting like how much snow are they getting right now? Like, I don't know, at least 9 inches. I know they say that's not a lot, but my wife calls it a lot. We've covered this.
9 inches of snow is not a lot of snow.
If we got 9
That's
inches of snow
dusting.
here, we'd be like,
Once
oh my
again,
God.
this is Florida. There's so many Floridians who, oh my God, it's cold. It was 60.
Yeah, I think 60 is cold. I've been here too long, I guess.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't like cold. I like heat. So, anyways, this 7 mile long island with one road that goes from one end to the
Is
other.
it called 7 Mile Island?
No, it doesn't have a name that I know of. It's just a
So
chunk
it's
of
not
rock.
like there's no nuclear power
Maybe
plant, like 3
number
Mile Island, but
or
different?
something. I
Okay.
don't know. But ships will circle it, and like the whole carrier air group will launch aircrafts, and they will shoot from the aircrafts, and they'll shoot from like the battleship type things, cruisers and so on, and shoot at the targets that are on the one side of the island. Mind you, it's only 7 miles long, so wherever it is, you feel that rock. It's the whole damn thing shaking, right? So the crazy thing about this place, no vegetation, has foxes that live on the island. Well, to save the foxes, I'm putting up air quotes for those of you listening. These two hippies, female hippies, I'm talking about like 1960s, 1970s. I'm pretty sure they've been on the water since then. They got off the fashion train and boom, landed in a canoe, and they canoed from California with
60
paddle
miles?
60 fucking miles to come out to this island to have a meeting with us to tell us don't feed the foxes. Okay? They say that there's ancient Indian artifacts, don't disturb any of the rocks, which again, the whole island is fucking rock, and it's like loose pebbles and stones and slate and everything else.
Did they know that you were bombing it?
Yeah, we shoot the fuck out of the thing. We were shooting it while they were coming up and they're paddling their canoe.
So can you tell me how you don't disturb something that you're
Oh,
bombing?
listen. Yes, exactly. The whole time we're listening to them like, lady, you two are crazy. There's something that I don't know what's going on. It's cool. You love the foxes and all. Which, by the way, we haven't seen any foxes. The whole time we were there, I hadn't seen any foxes. Well, so anyways, later they get in their canoe and disappear or something. I don't know where the hell they went, but we don't see them anymore. And we're doing our missions during the day. I got my UAV in the air, and really bad weather and stuff. They don't end up shooting any of the targets that day. So we're like, screw it. We're calling all this off early. A bunch of the guys from the ships, they came in onto the island, and that bar, we drank that whole place out of alcohol. It was completely it was stacked. They had so much alcohol, they're like, okay, we got to do a whole shipment, and the shipment plane will actually drop a shipment of alcohol onto this island because the plane it's dropping it from is not big enough to land and drop off the alcohol.
Too big to land.
Yeah, it's too big. The island isn't big enough, the runway, whatever, for them to land.
Can't you just put a little cable out, tail hook that bad boy?
It sounds cool in theory until you actually attach a cable to the end of a plane that's doing 600 mile an hour. It doesn't work out.
But shouldn't they be decelerating before they get to that point?
Hey, man,
you would think, right?
These are Navy pilots we're talking about. Remember, we have permission to buzz the tower. So, hey.
Highway to the danger zone. Okay.
Yeah. So we drank this whole place out.
Talk to me.
There was no alcohol left, and I got a pizza now because they make pizzas there at the bar as well.
So you can't drink anymore, so we turn to eating now.
Well, right. So I'm holding on to half a pizza, and I'm stumbling out of the bar, and 3 foxes come up right from the front of me. 2 more, one on each side, and another one behind me. They just
and they
right
jump you and take your pizza.
No, they stop still, and they're staring at me. And these aren't little cute foxes. These are I'm going to fucking kill you if you don't give me your pizza foxes. Okay.
So
they're not red. They're grayish.
Pause, ladies and gentlemen. This man is just staggered, near blind drunk out of a bar, and sees 3 spirit foxes the size of bison, apparently.
Well, it's 6 foxes total. 6 foxes total.
Oh,
my
bad.
Minute, according to you.
My bad. There's 6 foxes. Notice how I can actually count. There's 6 foxes total now, the size of, I guess, timber wolves.
No, they weren't that big.
You said these weren't the cute little
No, they weren't the
foxes.
little cute ones. They looked like they had fucking mange, man. It wasn't like they had the fluffy tail and yeah, I'm a fox. It was none of that sort of stuff. Scamper fox
so the
sort of
foxes
thing.
that sing?
No, but you look at them, they're cute. They hop and they kind of run like cats and stuff almost. They're really majestic. Foxes are really beautiful little kind of dog sort of creatures, right? But to me, they look closest to the way cats move than any other dog-like animal, right? Foxes move probably more majestically than any other of the canine species, at least in my opinion.
I don't know. There's some people that would argue they're
So anyways,
Pomeranian when kind of buffed properly and trimmed.
Yeah, what, the one that fits in Paris Hilton's purse or something? Get out of here.
I'm not disparaging any Hiltons here. I'm just saying.
All right, so I'm holding on to this pizza box, and I'm like damn near blind drunk, and I notice there's a lot of foxes around me. I don't know how many there actually was. Remember, I am completely fucking blitzed at this point.
And no
Hold
one
on to
else
a
steps
pizza.
out and sees
And they're
you
like,
in this battle for your
no,
life.
I'm not fighting any of them yet. They have come up and stopped, and you can hear like a little paw print, like like the little. Then I'm looking, and that's where I see him.
So this is like one of
I'm
those
getting
bad
fucking
movies
surrounded by
where
these things.
you're Liam Neeson and your plane has crashed and you're off and the wool and now you're surrounded by these.
Well, now I understand why the hippies said don't feed the foxes. They
Because
think
they
they
get
live
aggressive?
off vegetation or something like that. No, the foxes were like, right, like the whole wolf sort of growl, but they're foxes, so it's a little more cute. But so it was basically them talking to me like, give me your fucking pizza or I'm gonna fucking take it. It was these foxes.
Wait, so these were like mafia foxes?
Yeah, basically.
Hey, yo, look, dude, you see, look, I got this proposition for yous. Yous give me your pizza, and we don't bite you and give you rabies, and you get that shot in your belly. You know what I'm saying? Does that work for you?
Well, see, I had thought these hippies were completely nuts because of the whole rock and vegetation talking about foxes. Oh, and they put up a sign that says,
Don't feed the fox.
Oh my God, no, it's huge, huge sign right like at the 3 mile point that says, watch for foxes next 9 miles.
And they were right.
No, it's a 7 mile long island. It's in the middle around the 3 mile
Well,
point.
I mean,
3.5.
but you don't know for the next 9 miles, some of those foxes may swim.
Yeah,
Maybe
they could be way out in the ocean. You're right.
They're swimming foxes.
Aquatic
They're
foxes.
the aquatic fox.
Well, they did have a lot of like sea life, like sea lions and seals and stuff.
You
that
see,
were
and that's
along
how the
on
foxes
edge.
were able to survive.
Maybe they were eating the blubber.
They
off
were
those
keto
bastards, but
foxes. It was just fat meat.
Maybe,
Mm.
but that's what they wanted. Is when I put down the pizza, they like as if I didn't exist. I slowly walked backwards out of that. I don't know if I fell or anything like that because I was pretty drunk. And I don't remember making it back to my room. I woke up. I had like smeared pizza on my shirt. There was a little hair on one of my shoes. I don't know what kind of hair. It's like gray and shit. I guess it was one of the foxes. I don't know if I kicked one or whatever.
So
I don't remember doing anything like that. I don't remember stepping on any of them. I don't remember any of them trying to trip me. Hey, I'm going to knock you over. Haha, we got your pizza. None of that sort of craziness. In my mind, I was surrounded by foxes. They said, give me your lunch money or we're going to beat you up, little guy. So I set the damn thing down and slowly backed my way out of there like fucking Spider-Man. And the foxes let me live.
Spider-Man would have went and been gone. The thwip thing.
Okay, well, I don't know.
He'd have thwipped.
I tiptoed like Inspector Gadget. Slightly awkward, yes. I'll get you next time, Gadget
I'm
freak.
trying that imagery is not working for me.
Tiptoeing like Inspector Gadget?
Yeah.
Probably. Go, go, Gadget!
Which
rocket
one, the
boots.
animated one or the Matthew Broderick one?
Ooh, I tend to think that the Matthew Broderick one doesn't exist, and the only one should be the animated.
Okay. Sorry, Matthew, I'm a big fan of yours, and he didn't kind of like it.
I like your work, not in that case. Sorry.
I still remember you when you were Mouse, hanging out with Etienne Navarre.
So, yeah, strangest place I've ever been was
7 Mile Island, and we're not talking, you weren't hanging out with Eminem or anything. So it was 7 Mile Island, and not the nuclear power plant either. And you got accosted by gray spirit foxes that only ate pizza.
Now, proof that this place exists, because I couldn't find it, is look up the author Daryl E.J. Simmons. He was there too. Because I served with him in the Navy. He's an author now living in
California,
Montana or
on
something.
some
No,
3 Mile Long Island.
One of the flyover states. I forget. Yeah. Well, the nice sort of mountainous but mostly flat country area, whatever. He's got his own range and he shoots a lot and he writes and he's quite a good author. Daryl D-A-R-Y-L-E-J Simmons, S-I-M-M-O-N-S. Fantastic author.
He was on 7 Mile Island too.
He was there too. Yeah.
But if you Google 7 Mile Island,
we took a couple of
exist.
pictures. Well, I tried finding it. I mean, Google's probably got higher resolution images now, so I should probably go and
Well,
look now.
but you know, they may not have permitted them to.
Yeah, I mean, but when I was looking, there's certain spots all over Google Maps, that are like blurred out. And when you're looking over the ocean, there's nothing. It's just you're panning for forever. So when you're
Is that
looking
like
for
panning
this
for gold with
7 mile, which in Google is this
Mm.
little tiny little, speck of nothing. But it's 7 miles long with a sign in the middle of it that says "Watch for foxes next 9 miles." Placed there by hippies who believe that the foxes lived on the vegetation instead of the pizza that they hold you hostage for. Yes, strangest place ever.
Where Pete almost got shivved for his pizza by a fox.
Yeah. It's dangerous prison foxes. Mafia
Everybody
prison foxes.
drop the soap.
I may not have opposable thumbs, but I am going to use some of my paws, and we're going to get the business.
What is that, pepperoni? Oh, I smell anchovy.
They knew exactly what it was, because it was not their first pizza. There's no way. Like I said, these were big boys. For foxes.
And they had a battle plan. They were like, we surround the lone human with the box, and then we talk to him our way.
Man, there was one guy that came in there off the CAG that was talking to us later, and he was earning his citizenship by serving in the U.S. military, and he chose the Navy for it, which that's a thing, by the way. And he's from like Somalia or something. I don't remember. One of those that's east of like Lake Victoria kind of countries. Maybe Uganda or it's probably Uganda now that I think about it. Anyway, so he's earning his U.S. citizenship by serving in the Navy, and on that island, he told me how to cook a cat, and he told me how they salt their fish. Yeah, they take the eye out of the fish, and you pop the eye over the meat because the eye is very high in salt, and it salts your fish. And I was like, no way you will not eat an eye out of a fish. And he's like, well, give me $1. I'll do it. I was like, here's 5. I didn't have 1, I'd spent almost all my money at the damn bar, and I'm pretty hungover.
Wait,
I want to see a dude eat a fish.
You're hungover. You didn't get to eat your pizza because you were mugged. And
well, a bunch of the other guys, they're like, well, I got 5, I got 1, I got this, whatever. So it was like $45 or something. And what he didn't tell us
was there like $1
afterwards,
for each fish eye?
No, it's just 1 eye.
That's a heck of a lot of money for one fish eye.
Yeah.
There better have been a fish eye the size of like a bowling ball or something.
Well, remember, there's nothing else. The bar's closed. We just want to see a dude eat an eyeball from a fish.
Where do you get the fish from?
It's surrounded by water. It's on like.
So wait. So now this has become daunting. Not only do I have to eat the eyeball I must procure the fish myself.
He already had one. He was out fishing.
Oh, you didn't tell me that part.
Well, yeah, a lot of guys that are on the ships, they fish off of them. Yeah, Fantail's a popular spot to cast, man. All right. And with that...
Learn something new every podcast.
With that, thanks for watching or listening.
Oh, and by the way, if you feel like sharing the most unusual place you've ever been, feel free. Because God knows there's got to be something out there more bizarre than 7 mile, 9 mile Fox Watch Island. Well, I kind of like that.
It was pretty good. Did you rehearse that?
No, that was like right off the cuff there.
Well, you've never heard this story before.
No!
Yeah, well, on Anchor.fm, we actually have the ability for somebody to get on there and leave us a voice message now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so if you're too lazy to type an email,
why is it got to be lazy?
notrobotsquestions@gmail.com.
If you want to interact in a more responsive way to Not Robots, please leave us a voice message. Heck, we may even play it during one of the podcasts.
Ooh, you could send us a thingy, whatever it is, a post on the Facebook page too, which is also Not Robots Podcast.
What he said.
And we have
that instant gram thing.
Yes.
If you add water, it becomes a regular gram.
It's a dihydrogram.
It's an Instagram.
No. Yes?
Isn't that how you...
Again, we're not sure.
The Instagram?
Oh, all right. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, you can
Hope
send
you
them
all
to.
had a great Thanksgiving
Yes. Have a great Thanksgiving.
and a safe one.
And if you have any questions, you can send them to notrobotsquestions@gmail.com. And again, anchor.fm/not-robots. We do have a way for you to leave us a voicemail if that's what you want to do. Instead of working your fingers, you can wag your chin.
Okay.
That's what they call it in England, having a conversation, a chin wagon.
Wouldn't that be like
A wagon full of chins? I know, this isn't the Wild West.
Got like a bunch of people and standing around a circle. Would that be a chin wagon train?
Ooh, you have died of dysentery. All right, hey, thanks for watching. Not Robots out. Welcome back to another episode of Not Robots.
Are we recording?
We are.
Right now?
Is this thing on? That'll be easy
Where's
to
the
do.
Where's the 3, 2, 1?
No, you don't say one. They're like, we're recording in 3, 2.
How do they hear it then?
They don't.
Then how do you know when to start talking?
Well, you can count down in your head to the 1. It's just for a second.
But what happens if you're not in sync with their one?
I suppose that's what happens with our audio as well. That it's not in sync with the video. Or it becomes
What
a
are you
boy
trying
band.
to say?
As long as it doesn't become a boy band, I'm okay.
What do boy bands have to do with this?
I don't know. Nothing. So, welcome back to another episode. I can't do this. Alright, I'll try this again.
3, 2, 1.
You're not supposed to say 1.
Is this like deja vu all over again?
Remember what they said in The Matrix about deja vu?
No.
You don't? Really? You saw the movie The Matrix. I mean,
When?
look at you right now. What the hell's that guy?
Oh yeah, and you're talking about me. Okay, so.
Shit. Oh, man.
2 girls, 1 chin wagon.
No, 2 girls, 1 cup.
2 girls, 1 cup.
You really have not seen 2 girls, 1 cup.
Okay, where's my phone?
I gotta turn this off.